Jannik Sinner walked into the 2025 US Open with sky-high expectations. He's the world number one, the reigning Australian Open champion, and the man who finally ended Novak Djokovic's Grand Slam dominance earlier this year. But instead of headlines about his tennis, the story at Flushing Meadows is about something else entirely: illness. Yes, reports out of New York suggest Sinner has been feeling unwell, battling through energy drops, and at times even struggling with his breathing. And suddenly tennis fans are split. Is this just bad luck for Sinner at the worst possible time, or are excuses creeping in before the real fight even begins? Because make no mistake, the US Open is not forgiving. It's hot, humid, and physically brutal, and the draw this year, it's stacked with contenders like Carlos Alcaraz, Daniil Medvedev, Alexander Zverev, and a surging Holger Rune. So what's the truth here? How serious is this illness? Can Sinner still push through to win his second slam of the year, or will this open the door for Alcaraz and the rest of the field to take over New York? Let's break it down. 2025 was supposed to be the year of Jannik Sinner. He came into the season fresh off his 2024 ATP Finals victory, announcing himself as the player ready to take over men's tennis. Then in January, he delivered on that promise by winning the Australian Open, beating Novak Djokovic in the semifinals and Daniil Medvedev in the final. That wasn't just a slam win, it was a changing of the guard moment. Since then, Sinner has been a model of consistency. He's held on to the number one ranking, collected Masters 1,000 titles, and shown the kind of calm, clinical tennis that fans thought might define the next decade. His rivalry with Carlos Alcaraz has turned into tennis's biggest storyline. Every tournament, every draw projection, it's about Sinner and Alcaraz. So, arriving at the US Open, expectations couldn't be higher. This was supposed to be the stage where Sinner proved he could handle the grind of New York with its long nights, noisy crowds, and brutal conditions. But then came the whispers, Sinner isn't feeling well. He's dealing with low energy, possibly a stomach bug or viral illness. Some practice sessions were cut short. He looked pale at media day. By the time the tournament kicked off, fans were already debating, was this going to derail his campaign before it even started? The thing about illness in tennis is it doesn't stay private for long. You can hide an injury, you can downplay fatigue, but when your body betrays you in a 5-set match, everyone sees it. In Sinner's early rounds, there were clear signs something was off. His usually relentless energy was muted. Between points, he leaned on his racket just a little longer. His serve speeds dipped slightly. Now, Sinner didn't collapse. He didn't default. He fought. But tennis fans are observant, and they started asking questions. Was this illness real? Was it being exaggerated? Was it simply the New York heat catching up to him? This isn't the first time tennis stars have dealt with health questions. Roger Federer once battled mono. Andy Murray fought through illness at the 2016 French Open. Even Novak Djokovic has often been accused, fairly or unfairly, of playing up physical struggles before roaring back to win. So for Sinner, this moment was delicate. Every cough, every slow walk to the towel rack, it all became part of the story. And in an era of social media hot takes, fans were quick to split into camps. Let's get clear, even a mild illness changes everything at the US Open. Matches can stretch beyond 4 hours, humidity drains the body, late night finishes mess with recovery, and if you're already not feeling 100%, you're playing catch up from the very first ball. For Sinner, the concerns are real. Energy levels, his baseline game relies on relentless depth and counterpunching. Without full stamina, that style suffers. Serve power. A dip in physical strength means less pop on his first serve, giving opponents more chances to attack. Focus under pressure. Playing while sick adds a mental toll. If he's thinking about his body instead of his tactics, that's a problem. But here's the other side. Sinner's game is built on discipline. He doesn't need to outflash opponents with trick shots, he wears them down. If anyone can simplify tennis, manage his energy, and still grind out wins, it's him. Plus, let's not forget, champions play hurt. Rafa Nadal won the 2019 US Open with a wrist issue. Djokovic fought through abdominal pain to win the 2021 Australian Open. Illness isn't automatically an excuse, it can be fuel. If Sinner is weakened, the entire men's draw shifts. Carlos Alcaraz, for one, has to be licking his chops. He's already beaten Sinner in big matches and has the explosive energy to thrive in New York. For Alcaraz, a vulnerable Sinner is an opening to reclaim the spotlight. Daniil Medvedev, the 2021 US Open champion, knows how to win here. He's the master of absorbing pace and grinding in long rallies, exactly the kind of nightmare for someone not at 100%. Alexander Zverev is another dangerous name. He's had a resurgent summer, finally looking like the player who once made the 2020 US Open final. If he runs into Sinner early and senses weakness, that's a storyline waiting to explode. And let's not forget the wild cards. Holger Rune, Taylor Fritz, maybe even Frances Tiafoe under the New York lights. Every single one of them would see a sick world #1 as a green light to go big. Here's where it gets tricky. On one hand, I don't like the word excuse. Sinner has earned respect. He's proven his toughness time and again. If he says he's struggling physically, I believe him. But at the same time, we've seen this movie before. Tennis history is full of players who walk into slams with concerns only to power through and win anyway. Djokovic, Federer, even Serena Williams. Legends have turned adversity into narrative fuel. So do I think Sinner's illness matters? Yes. But do I think it ends his title chances? Absolutely not. If anything, it sharpens the stakes. Every match he wins despite being sick adds to his aura as a fighter. Every rally he grinds out while pale and coughing becomes part of his legend. So here we are. Jannik Sinner, the world #1, battling illness at the 2025 US Open. He's either about to write the toughest chapter of his career or watch his rivals seize the moment. And that's why this tournament feels different, because it's no longer just about tennis, it's about resilience. It's about how much pain, discomfort, and doubt a champion can endure before he breaks. But I want to know what you think. Is this illness a genuine concern that could derail Sinner's US Open run? Or is it being blown out of proportion, just another tennis excuse that won't actually stop him from going deep? And here's the big one. If Sinner does fall short, does that open the door for Carlos Alcaraz to take back the throne in New York? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every single one. Because this debate, it's only just getting started.